Hi everyone, welcome back to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Hannah to quickly go through our anime disclaimers.
Yes, because you'll need them just in case you don't want sensitive ears listening. But yeah, this is fair warning, a podcast that we're going to be talking about there's going to be language, there's going to be cursing because we're drinking, there's going to be drinks. So
What the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
What kind of fucking language is happening in
this
here?
This is bullshit. I know.
It's a family show.
So sorry.
Please don't watch this with your family.
Yeah, don't do it.
Watch it in private.
With the door closed and locked. But yeah, so there's going to be language. There's probably going to be some sexy talk in here.
Some adult themes.
Definitely a lot of adult themes. And that ranges
references
from,
to sexuality.
Yes, sexy sex time and daddies. Lots of daddies.
So many daddies. All the daddies with an I-E-S. Daddies.
Daddies.
Probably some dark elements. Some things that might be uncomfortable. Death.
Sex, violence, drug use.
Mm-hmm. Heavy themes.
We're gonna talk about it all. So if you're a little sensitive about those subjects, please just be aware that it's to your discretion, and don't come at us for watching in dub. Okay?
Mostly don't come at us for that, because we are Baka Bitches and we are not reading subtitles.
We are not. Maybe on our own time, but this is podcast time, and we gotta go with the English. We gotta go with the English so we absorb it all.
Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy.
Oh, that was me. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our podcast. This is Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime and mostly wait on me to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing.
It's cool.
On the podcast.
It's been a hot minute. It's fine.
Indeed it has. I don't even have notes to go back on.
Ooh.
But exciting news. We are on episode 14 of Inuyasha.
Can't believe it.
So before we start talking about that, what are we drinking tonight, Hannah?
Yeah, so we have a very simple drink right now.
Simple.
To start out, but it's very good.
Quite simple.
It is a vodka stick, which is like a alcoholic otter pop, if you will.
Yeah, frozen cocktail.
To kind of put it for you guys that cannot see, because we don't video record this.
You're welcome.
For now.
Oh.
I don't know, maybe later.
They don't want to see us.
Maybe not. I don't want to just be stopped in the street and be like, oh my gosh, you're a Baka bitch.
Yes.
You know, like, because that would just happen all the time, I'm sure.
I would really like that, honestly.
Yeah, I like the attention. I'm touch starved. That's fine.
If you guys see me, please don't come up and touch me, though. Just touch Hannah.
Please.
Acknowledge me from afar.
Pat my head. Be like, you're such a good little bitch. Anyways, that we are not just drinking an alcoholic otter pop. We topped it off with some Andre champagne.
The classiest of champagne.
Absolutely. It tastes delicious.
It's cheap.
And it's cheap.
It's our favorite.
Yeah.
Kind of champagne.
So good. Like, I mean, yeah. I'm good with any. I haven't had really fancy champagne anyway, so I don't know the difference.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I'd say it's pretty comparable to, Dom Perignon.
Oh, okay.
You're on a Baka bitch diet.
Which
we are.
I always am.
We are.
Can someone say ramen noodles?
Yes.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Episode 14 of Inuyasha. According to the wikis, episode 14 is Kikyo's Stolen Ashes.
Ooh.
At midnight, Inuyasha glimpses at an ogress, sorceress, demon named Ursa Sue.
So close.
Perfect. Who carries the scent of graveyard soil and the blood of Kaede. She's a little obsessed.
Little bit.
Inuyasha, Kagome, and Shippo go to the village and learn that Ursu has stolen Kikyo's remains. The three vow to assist Kaede in recovering the ashes thereupon. Period.
Wiki, stop trying to sound so
Meanwhile,
fancy.
Ursu has reawakened the body of Kikyo, but is disappointed to deduce her soul has already been reincarnated.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, so, what did you think about this episode? A little bit better than, like, the no mask, right?
I mean, I at least was coherent enough to take notes this time, Hannah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No mask, we had no notes.
Yeah. So, off recording, Hannah and I were just talking about my level of note taking. It always starts out every single night so good.
So good.
And then very rapidly declines. Like, so rapidly.
Mine would too. Or like if I was taking notes, because I don't take notes.
She doesn't take notes. She's just good like that.
I mean, I'm not that good because
But
there's
you're so
been
good like
plenty
that.
of times where I've been like, my brain goes like blank for the first time ever. And then I'm just like, Stephanie, help.
I do feel like that's been happening more and more.
Yeah.
And then all my notes are always like, Asian math is divided by circle plus triangle plus square equals question mark. Because that's literally a note that I wrote on episode 12.
Oh shit, was it really?
Yeah, Asian math is divided by circle plus triangle plus square equals question.
Did you just see that on like a chalkboard?
Well, I don't know, but that was closely following my next bullet, which has nothing. Following the next episode, which I already wrote the episode name and bulleted absolutely nothing. So I'm really not sure.
Okay.
But I do
Fair.
take notes, guys. I just don't know that they're very good.
Well, that's still better than me because which has happened like 3 times so far, where I'm just like, I forgot what happened. Then
Which is amazing because I do feel like you remember most everything with anime.
I'm usually shocked too because I'm like, I am like 2.5 drinks like deep at that point. And
you drink a lot less than I do.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, oh, maybe I should be taking notes. I don't know. Anyways.
My notes will just carry us.
Thank goodness.
It's fine.
I mean, you'll complete me.
I feel like we should just auction my notes off, like as a Patreon thing. Like, you can just get Stephanie's random notes. She'll, put her Johnny Hancock on it
Ooh.
without stamping her cock on it.
Hancock.
And that's how we could earn some money to pay for more of our drinks.
You know what? I like that idea.
I do feel like it's a good idea.
You guys would buy it, right?
So, by the way, we did have a comment from someone who was listening saying that they frequently hear that we will make commentary like, hey, let us know, or
yes,
we
do
follow up with us and communicate, like, what do you guys want? Where can they find us, Hannah?
Oh my gosh.
This is a little side detour here.
Yeah, like, honestly, guys, we are so, like, new to the podcast stuff. We are so, like, wet behind the ears with this stuff. In other words, we don't know what the fuck we are doing. So really we should, like, okay, I know this is behind the curtain stuff, but I'm just gonna say it anyways, because we're real. We are real people making real mistakes 24/7.
We are real bakas.
We are stupid bitches. What we should do is we should make another recording that we have to stick somewhere, like in the beginning or the end of the podcast, saying like, hey, here's where you can see us on the medias. And follow us and, rate our podcast.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I always just assume people have found us on a certain platform.
Yeah.
Which is why they would know about us and know how to interact with us through the thing. But then apparently, like, with Spotify, you can't leave, like, listener comments. You can't put
not on
stuff
each
on there.
episode. But you can rate the episodes, which please do. And follow us and, like, love on the podcast a little bit so we get a little bit more out there. Rate us, especially on Apple. I don't know how many people really use Apple because I feel like Spotify is the big thing. But it would be lovely if you could find us on any of the platforms. Give us a thumbs up, a little follow, all that good stuff. If you like us, I'm not going to be like, I'm going to force you to like us and, like, follow us even though you hate us.
I will force you to do it. Hannah won't, but
Mommy.
Stephanie will. So do it, bitches.
I'll be the good cop. You be the bad cop. We got the whole routine down, right?
I do feel like I make a good bad cop.
You would. Like, you're very intimidating.
I am.
I'm just
all
over here
5'1" of me, guys. I am here to put you in your place, assholes.
The shorter, the more intimidating you are.
You just have to be,
yeah,
ferocious.
Exactly.
Okay, well, that's a good idea. Maybe we make a little snippet, something like that, and we do throw that in there.
Yeah, but, like, I'll just tell you now, unprofessionally, that you guys can follow us on Threads. We are on Threads.
Instagram.
We do have a Facebook page that you can, I'm not actively posting on there, and just another peek behind the curtains, but Podbean, which is our host, so you guys can definitely comment on there, and you can even send us an email.
That's true.
If you want, and we'd love to get emails responding to something that we said, just like maybe make note of the episode you were listening to, because I'm not gonna know otherwise. I am a stupid bitch.
Right. You got to be specific, guys.
But yeah, our email is bakab.podcast@gmail.com. So if you want to send us something just direct through that, fantastic. We would love to get to a point where we could read your shit. Whatever you say, if it's funny enough.
Or if you have a good question, like our one listener did, which I feel like it was worth exploring. Absolutely. How people could get in contact with us.
So there it is. I guess we're also on the Twitter, but I haven't done it, or like the X. Sorry.
Right.
But like I haven't done.
And with Instagram, guys, Baka Bitches podcast.
Yeah.
Type it in. I mean, honestly, I did a generic search. I just typed in Baka. I barely typed in the letter B, all one word. And it was the first result to pop up.
I mean, you'll know because we have the same art as we do for our podcast. Right. So you'll see us. Just look for, the shitty drawing that I did, and you'll be golden.
It's beautiful.
It's so bad.
It's better than my drawing would be.
One day I'll sit down and redo it and make it look nicer.
Or maybe we'll have a volunteer.
Ooh, maybe. Yeah, fan art. Absolutely here for it. Please.
Send it all to us.
Please do it. Please. And also, like, we're on the YouTube. We're
on YouTube?
We are.
Now? I didn't know that.
Yeah, our episodes automatically upload to the YouTube, so you can, like, make comments right down on the episode you're listening to.
I didn't know that.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So yeah, like, there are plenty of ways to contact us.
People are probably getting bored of that.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, we should
just wrap it up with that and make something shorter for that.
Yeah, we will. Okay. We'll be way more concise. Probably when we're sober.
Thank you, our one listener, for
appreciate it.
The feedback. We will take it into consideration.
Mm-hmm. And if you ask us really fun questions, or like you have a really funny commentary, I'm going to out you with your username and everything. So just be prepared for that.
Prepare your butthole.
And sorry about the motorcycle thing. We can't help that.
That was me. I was farting.
Shitting and farting.
At the same time. Back and forth forever. Pooping back and forth forever. Okay, if you guys know where that reference comes from,
We can be best friends.
please let us know. All right.
Yes.
So, episode 14.
Yes.
My first note, Hannah.
Yeah.
Creepy makeup lady is hunting
Makeup
down
lady.
ashes.
Wait, where did the makeup lady come from?
Well, because she had makeup all over her face. At least her face looked like she was excessively trying very hard.
See, I just get distracted by her eyes. Her eyes are so
They're bulgy
big.
and buggy.
It looks like she it looks like she is Corky Romano when
What?
okay, there's a movie. Long story short. There's a movie called Corky Romano. Has Chris Kattan as the main character. And he's like from a mob family that goes undercover with the cops. He's like a spy for his mob family. And at one point, he's right before he's supposed to like do a drugs are bad conversation.
Drugs
with
are bad.
Kids, with like 10-year-old kids.
Oh my
He
gosh.
ends up in a tug of war with a drug sniffer dog with a bag of cocaine, and it rips and it just like goes all over him and the dog, and like they CGI'd it to where his eyes just get so big because he's now just like inhaling all this kids don't do drugs, or anyone really, just don't stop, get some help. There's my PSA.
Fair.
And his eyes just get so big that he just looks like an anime character. And he goes in to do this speech about don't do drugs, kids. And he's just wigging out on stage being like, you have a question? No, you don't have a question. And it's funny. It's funny. It's a great, yeah. But that's what it reminds me of. Her eyes are so huge that it's just insane. It's not possible to have that huge of an eye socket. Either one, really. So, but she's there. This Urasu, whatever her name is. Don't give a Sue.
That was funny.
Thank you. I really did not try with that one.
It was good.
Thank you. I'll never do that again. I think I like cringed inside. So she appears at the village, and naturally, Old Lady Ray,
Nice. Pirate Ray.
Pirate Ray, has to go out and defend the village, like, as an old lady. She's probably like 42.
Oh.
Well, I mean, come on. Back then.
Fair.
Back then. That's pretty late in the age thing. And so she has to like go out, protect the village, and naturally in this, what would you call it? This interaction with Yursu, Kaede gets hurt. And Yursu is just like, she doesn't even really care about the villagers or anything that's happening. All she wants to do is obtain Kikyo's ashes.
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah, I mean, and she's like exclaiming this. She's pretty blunt about it. I'm gonna get her ashes. That's all I care about. You know, like.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, all right.
She's just being straight up honest.
Yeah, and you know what? I can appreciate that from someone. You know, you might as well tell me what you're doing while you're doing me dirty.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
She goes to the grave or the shrine, Kikyo's shrine, and just whapows the ground with whatever power she has. And makes a crater. And Kaede is trying to stop her the whole time, along with a few other villagers, and they're absolutely useless.
Of course they are.
Like, I mean, these people cannot fend off anything. at all. It's so embarrassing. Just stay home. It's okay.
Right.
So Yurisu ends up being
is that how you say their name?
I think so.
Oh.
I know they like said it a few times in the show, but I wasn't fully paying attention. So I'm just gonna
All I know is I didn't nail it, and you were just like close enough. Yeah. And I was like, okay.
No shame. No shame.
Okay.
That's how I'm just saying it, really.
Okay.
So somehow in all that dirt crater and in all of that fighting, Yurisu was able to find Kikyo's urn and just like grab it out of the ground and take off with it. And she's like, I finally have the ashes and blah blah blah, which I'm kind of, I don't know. I don't know. There's, to me, maybe some plot holes with some of this, but
you think?
Yeah. You know, the whole like, okay, why is it taking you this long to steal some ashes? And second of all, why did you have to be so loud about it? Because maybe
she needs everybody to know.
Yeah, she's a look at me kind of girl.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at me, granny, because she was very old. She was
as old as Pirate Ray.
Ooh, maybe older, like
43.
Yeah. I mean, you know, in feudal Japan, I mean, that's a very long life.
Heard. Understood.
Or I don't know. Maybe they lived longer in feudal Japan. It was just like medieval times in Europe that were pretty bad. White people don't know how to take care of themselves.
That is true.
Yeah. So she gets away with the urn and the ashes, which was her goal. Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, Inuyasha is repeating history, but he's dreaming. Like, we find out he's dreaming, but he's repeating history of the moment where he tries to steal the Shikon jewel, and Kikyo is like shoots him with an arrow, a magic arrow.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah.
From when one of my children came down.
Yeah. You were slightly distracted, but
and then my kid was like, "Hey, they have a bow and arrow." Yeah. That's not very nice. That's rude, White. And I have to be like,
Sure.
Yeah, we don't shoot people with bows and arrows because that is rude.
That is very rude. Inuyasha would be like, yeah, kid, my sentiments exactly. That was very rude.
Right. No, I remember this scene unfolding now.
Yeah. So, he wakes up from this dream, and it's like dark, and Kagome's sleeping right under him. Shippo's on top of her, like sleeping away. So, sawing logs. And he's like, oh shit, it was a dream. Man, Kagome looks just like her. You know, like all this stuff. Because Kagome, spoiler alert, if you didn't know, Kagome is a reincarnation of Kikyo.
That's true. I didn't know that until earlier this episode.
Yeah. Surprise!
And then I spent the whole episode just shitting on the characters for the fact of not knowing that. Even though I was blissfully unaware until I was over here like shocked Pikachu like, Hannah, is that true?
And I'm like, yeah.
Yup.
It's true. And then you were like, wait, hold on. Inuyasha and Kikyo were like a thing, and I was like, yeah.
Also true.
So
listen, I am just a Baka bitch.
No.
I don't know my shapes or my colors or my Asian math.
Numbers. But no, I mean, this is your first like serious time going through this. Mm-hmm. And like me remembering back when I was younger going through this, and it was very choppy because back in those days, kids, I could only watch it through Adult Swim. So I had to stay up late and like sneak like out of my room, go into the family room, turn on the TV, have the volume super low, because my dad was a very light sleeper.
Was he against anime in general?
I don't think so, but I certainly, like, I had a bedtime. I was like 11. So I had a bedtime, and I clearly was not sticking to that on a weeknight or even a weekend in order to watch, Cowboy Bebop and...
Cowboy Beep Boop.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop. And Tenchi
never
Muyo. We are so gonna go through it.
After we watch my animes.
Yeah, absolutely. And anyways, yeah, so I was a kid, and I couldn't always consistently do that every night. So I was getting an episode here or there. There would be gaps in episodes. I'd see repeated episodes and be like, I don't even know where I'm at anymore. It's fine.
It's just a hodgepodge.
It was, but I took what I could get because I am easy to please, I guess. But yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, maybe, but that's a different podcast.
True.
But yeah, so this is your first time, and at least you're not just getting like an episode 1 with an episode 13.
I mean, it kind of feels that way because of the amount of blackout drunk I get on some of the nights.
Okay, fair.
As we know from my notes. And I mean, this is not the first week when that's happened. Like, there's other weeks when it's like, really good. Okay, a little bit. And then like, nothing.
It's fine.
Like, my notes, you guys are just such a hot mess. Like, nothing.
I love it.
There's just some weeks like that. I don't...
Yeah. It's fine.
Like, what is even this note?
I don't know.
Okay, I've gone back 4 pages. What is Daddy Uno equals Daddy Ichi? Why did I write this? I don't understand. I don't know what this note means.
What episode was that supposed to be?
Episode 5.
Episode 5.
I have no idea what some of my notes mean. But that's fine.
I don't know either, but I love that.
And Hannah speaks fluent Stephanie. Fluent drunk Stephanie for the most part. I don't know. We still don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I mean, I can speak it. I don't know if I can read it.
Understood. But yeah, so I mean, I still am getting at least the story moving forward. It's not just over here and then random hair girl, but then digging up a grave and
yeah. So
whoever the fuck knows what else is happening next. I never know where we're going with this.
More daddies.
I'm here for all of the daddies.
Absolutely.
I wish that there was a new daddy every episode, and I'm kind of upset that there's not.
I know it's not necessarily. I mean, there are definitely daddies in this show.
I just
but
need
it's
a
not
lot
like
more
daddy
of them.
of the episode.
I just need more.
Yeah.
I just want an anime that's all daddies, like, but not the same ones. Like a new one every time.
Fair.
Because I need variety.
Yes, I get it.
I need variety.
I get it. You need to go through all the
my
types
life
and hybrids and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
Where were we on the episode?
So Soooo gets the ashes.
Yes.
Inuyasha wakes up from his dream,
his slumber,
his nightmare about Kikyo, and is looking at Kagome and being like, yeah, they really do look alike. It's crazy. And that's when Soooo is flying away and like she flies, you guys.
She do be fleeing away.
and she's just like cackling her little head off, like just flying through the sky. And that's when Inuyasha's just like, oh, I know that smell. And like, why? What smell do you know, sir? Because they don't explain it at that point. Because I'm just like, what?
Straight up Kikyo's ashes.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, it's either the ashes or he just like he smells old lady and he's just like, oh yeah.
He's just channeling his dog senses.
Yeah, I mean, how sucky would it be to have that strong of like a sense of smell?
I mean, I've
Dude.
been pregnant twice. I feel like I've been there.
True.
Yeah.
You've done it. You've been through it.
Yeah. So, Kagome and what was his name? Shirapu?
Shippo?
That one?
Yeah.
Shirapupu? Are they snuggling up?
Yeah, they be
Kagome
wakes up.
her and Inuyasha, they're having a moment because Inuyasha was still kind of like,
This is all sussy Baka.
looking at her like, interesting.
Yeah, and she's like,
I think it's a thing. And she's like, excuse me?
Like,
hello? Let me just get lost in your daddy eyes?
does he see me? Has
For
Senpai
me?
noticed me?
No.
Not at all.
So,
yeah, and she, like, I mean, really, if anything, this anime really nails what it's kind of like being a teenage girl.
it's wanting to be noticed and then not.
Wanting to be noticed, then not, and then also, like, running with that in your head and, like, just running off with it. Like, your brain
It's
is
your
like,
entire life. It's your whole story.
yeah, it is. You everything is like do or die. When it comes to the opposite sex. And so it's kind of like, oh, you know, he didn't notice me and my whole world is now crumbling. And so that's where kind of Kagome is. Like, that's very real to life. She's like, oh, is it because he sees Kikyo and not me? Like, but I want him to know. It's a very teenage girl. And so...
Been there, done that. Understood.
Yeah, like, it hurts, okay? I don't need to revisit.
Now, I don't remember how she popped up, but then Pirate Ray just kind of comes out of nowhere and is like, hey, cock blocking everything.
Well,
you guys were having a moment. And Kagome was over here like, did he notice me? Oh, wait, he was about to kiss me. No, not that.
Dang, this motorcyclist is so rude. It is
so aggressive, you guys. He's just like tearing around the neighborhood.
like, go out on the actual road, my dude.
And then, yeah, my next note was that Pirate Ray just shows up and just cock blocks everything and is like, I'm old and Pirate Ray.
Yeah, no more kissy kiss for you.
It's gonna be my 42nd and a half birthday.
And I'm about halfway to the grave.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, she is because she's always getting injured.
Well, I mean, she is old as fuck.
I know, brittle bones and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's, she gets there because, after his dream and seeing Ursue, whatever, flying across the sky, smelling what it is, like, Kaede's blood, freshly spilled blood, is what he really smelled.
Oh.
He was like, oh, I want to go to the village. And so that's when we kind of cut to them traveling to the village and kind of meeting up with Kaede at that point. And Kaede's like, yeah, so giving them the lowdown. So yeah, my sister's ashes got stolen, and so I have to retrieve them. And Inuyasha's just like, son of a bitch, girl. Why didn't y'all just throw those things down the river? And
That's a good question.
Kaede just goes on this, like, really longish rant where she's just like, it was for the people, when really I think it was for her. She didn't have the heart to sprinkle her sister's ashes. But she's like, I buried them because she was a symbol to the village for hope and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I doubt that.
Right.
So Kaede's just like, I need to go follow this Ursue and regain my sister's ashes and everything will be right with the world. Kagome's just like, no, you can't. You're old and you have broken bones and shit. And Inuyasha's just like, listen, she's gonna go because she's a stubborn old lady, and so we might as well just go with her.
Right.
which I think he also was just like, okay, now I'm motivated to retrieve Kikyo's ashes. And the whole trip, Kagome's just in her head, being a teenage girl, like, oh, he really did love her. I mean, even though she, like, totally, literally stabbed him in the heart with an arrow, like, he loves her. And kind of doing this, like, slight comparison, you know, putting herself against Kikyo and being like, you know, he really loves Kikyo, and I'm the reincarnation of Kikyo. So when he looks at me, he's not actually seeing me. He's looking at Kikyo. And, you know, just, you know, like murdering her own heart. You know, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
And
sucks to be a teenage girl.
It really does. I don't want to go back. You could not pay me enough to go back. So they're on their way, and they come across a lot of really giant, like, weird ass looking clay molds, like humanoid mold type things, just like popping out of the forest every which way, which, like, that is icky. That's icky. No one wants to see that in a densely packed forest.
Right.
And they're like, okay, well, this is weird, but we must be getting close to something.
Right.
And then they go to this bridge that obviously bridges gap between one rock face to another.
As they do.
As they do. And on this bridge, Inuyasha's walking on it, like, just fine. And the other three are just like, ugh.
Freaking the fuck out.
Which, I mean...
Because they're like, wobbly ass bridge.
It's very scary.
We're gonna fall to our doom. But real fast, Hannah, I have to back us up. The part we missed.
Oh, shit. See?
In between the pirate raid cock blocking and the bridge crossing was when the creepy old geezer wakes up the hot-bodied demon.
Oh, yeah. Is that when that happened?
Yeah, so there was a little cutscene in between there where the creepy geezer makeup lady with the bug eyes
was like, right.
I'm bringing these ashes back with my special little branch twig thing.
Yeah, in my
medicinal medicine.
Which, how does that not, like, burn?
I don't know. So she does it over the little sarcophagus.
Yeah.
And then this hot ass naked chick arises, and then she's like, "You stupid bitch! You're a body but no soul. How is this possible?
Yeah. You're supposed to serve me.
Yeah.
And you can't.
So that happens. That happened first, and then the bridge crossing happens.
Yeah, that's right.
Where as they're going through the forest, and then Kagome's over here like, these are some creepy statues, and Inuyasha's like, yeah, whatever, move on, bitch, we're just gonna go do the thing.
I'm Inuyasha.
Yeah, and then that's when they're crossing the bridge, and then
that's when they're
and then she's like, shit. I don't know, her little kneecaps are shaking together. She's like, I'm just so scared, and he's like, well, then stay here if you want. Yeah, and I'll be back.
Moving forward.
I'm gonna go do the thing.
And like through this scene, like they're all like nervous about this bridge, and like, yeah, I get it. In real life, I'd be like, like hard pass on walking over that bridge.
Sure.
But like in the anime, like there's no wibbly wobblies to it. There's no like broken boards to it. I'm like, you know, anime Hannah would be fine walking over that bridge.
Yeah, you just don't look down. You just keep walking.
Just keep walking.
You just look straight and you walk straight and you're good.
You're golden.
But of course, because they're freaking out, some shit has to go down on the bridge.
Yeah, they were far too slow to cross over that bridge, and that's what did them in. Yeah. Because all of a sudden, Soooo, her clay army starts a walk in and closes in on them on either side, and they're like, oh shit, this isn't good. And Inuyasha starts, you know, like cutting through them pretty easy because they are clay. Shippo's doing jack shit even if he tries, because his foxfire does absolutely nothing. Just like leave some scuff marks on these things.
But we do got Pirate Ray defending Kagome's honor.
Yeah.
Even though she's buttfuck old.
It's her duty.
She has a gimpy ass arm and only one eyeball, you guys.
Yeah, like, how is that good?
Kagome is like cowering, like she's just crouched down, like she's like, on the bridge.
Yeah.
Which to me seems less stable than even standing up.
Yeah.
But she's now fallen to her, like, legs, and she's just like, what? I'm just gonna towel and just back you. I'm so sad, I'm so scared.
Holding on to the rope bar things. And
Right,
just like,
so of course this, like, random battle is now happening on this long, janky-ass bridge.
And like, great, this is why you just cross the damn bridge.
So the bridge, of course, naturally breaks.
Well, not... It breaks on purpose, because Ursue sees as she's, like, throwing around the Raggedy Ann of, like, Kikyo, she realizes that
Kagome.
Yeah, Kagome's close
is
by.
already the reincarnation of who she was looking for.
And so the Kikyo doll is actually reacting, and she's like, oh, that would only happen if it's nearby.
Right.
And so she goes out as the clay army is attacking.
It's the spitting image of her.
Which I'm like, is it though?
I mean, we got dark hair, dark eyes. That's
They're
99% of Japan. But
they're
okay.
both female.
All right,
whatever.
that's fine.
It's just like Kikyo looks more mature.
So what I did like was the bridge collapsing happens, and then creepy old makeup geezer just goes and snatches her out of thin air.
Yeah,
it's just like, I'm going to use my flying Voldemort skills and just go out there, even though feudal Japan up until this point has had no flying magical powers in this particular type of context for a normal human. But this is fine.
Yeah, this is
just
fine.
happening.
This is...
And just goes and snatches Kagome and is like holding on to her. They're having this whole ass conversation in midair. Where Kagome's like, hey, can't do this, let me go.
And like, not only that, like,
ridiculous.
Shippo and old Pirate Ray have fallen down into the crevasse because the bridge has broken. And so they like slip and slide and fall off with a few of the clay people things. And Kagome, as she's snatched up and flying away with like Baba Yaga, like she's just like, no, like mentions that briefly, but then is just like angry, like, let me go, like, girl, now is not the time to be demanding to be let go because you are still over the crevasse.
Right.
Like, what if she really did be like, and just dropped you? Girl, that would serve no purpose to anyone.
Yeah, you be dead.
You're so dead. And we don't really know what happened to Inuyasha at that point.
Well, I mean, I assume we find out because they again leave this on a cliffhanger because it wasn't good enough that they left the last episode on a cliffhanger, but they're going to do it again.
Yeah, and they'll probably do it again next episode too.
Wow, spoiler.
Baka, bye!